I'm just gonna get a couple of the supplies at my local grocer. Well, folks, we're out in the shop tonight. We're gonna be making a couple of different kinds of alcohol stoves. Starting out with the Fancee Feast style, and eventually moving on to a soda pop can style. Hopefully, Boots from the channel will be able to join me here pretty shortly. So I don't have a hole punch, or I would use that. But I gotta get holes in this can somehow, so I'm gonna try to drill. There's a gnarly burr, but it looks like it worked pretty well. So all the holes are drilled. It's a lot of them have some pretty wicked looking burrs, but I think I can remedy that. It looks pretty good.
I want to drill some holes. I'm gonna index it first.
You gonna index it? What does that mean?
I'm gonna mark it.
So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is cut the bottoms off of these two cans, because you need two bottoms to make the stove.
Looks terrible.
I gotta say, it looks quite a bit better than mine. Can I just see it real quick?
Got huge burrs on it.
Got huge burrs on it. So now I'm just gonna cut the bottoms off with a razor blade. So the next step is going to be punching the bottom inner part out of one of the bottom halves.
Destroyed that one. Turns out reckless is. Guess I'll just have to make another. If you know what I mean.
I'm not sure the folks. What do you mean you're gonna have to make another?
Make another empty one.
Oh, these are Bud Light cans. Looks like Boots is trying to figure out how tall to make his inner wall. I'm still cutting out my inner wall. want to have that each edge be as straight as possible, otherwise it won't sit perfectly perpendicular to the inner rings of the two caps. Serious?
The inner wall.
There has to be a way to make this into a ring, so you just do a slit halfway up one side,
A little past half.
and halfway up the opposite side, so that these slide together into a ring. But you need that diameter to be right. Good.
Where does this hole go?
There's your inner wall right there. These wings, what'll happen is when you compress the two things together, the two halves together, the wing things will just get clamped down. Extremely well done holes.
I'm gonna try to deburr the backside a little bit. Just to let the fuel pass through.
I forgot about the notches on the bottom. Yeah, you gotta put notches on the bottom of the inner wall so the fuel can flow through the inner wall to this sort of, yeah. I went ahead and went with triangle shaped slits. Thickness. Almost like he treated it as a race of sorts.
It was not. I was not even trying to get done quick, or we'd have been done a long time ago.
Yeah. I literally watched the tutorial 4 times. He like halfway watched it once and did it twice as fast as me. It's incredible. Let's see.
Well, it is a prototype, dude.
It is a prototype, so it's our first try. But I still think there needs to be, the pot can't just sit flat on there. You're not going to have oxygen flow to the alcohol. There's got to be some sort of raising of the pot, or maybe denting in the lip a little bit somewhere. What I ended up doing was taking a little hammer and hammering in some little dents at the top to try to make way for airflow. I'm going to try that and see how it does. So initial test is it's working, but it's not working great. I have a big gap between the two layers in a couple of places where you can see those two taller flames. And I think I probably will do this again and really try to do it well next time. But it does work, and I think Boots is starting over, it turns out. His would not percolate through the vent holes. I'm not sure why. We think he had a gap between his inner wall and the top layer. So here's Boots's, and I think his inner wall was just a little bit too short, and it turns out that really needs to be sealed well. As long as that's sealed well, I think your money. And then here's Boots's Fancee Feast can. He just did a single row, probably just for now. I don't know.
Well, that's all I'm doing.
He's only doing a single row, and as far as I know, he's never going to use either of these in the field. I think he's going to go back to butane city.
Not going back, because I never went to this. I plan on sticking with
Butane?
butane.
Well, I think...
I may take this with me and have it for an emergency backup.
Like, take that because it's weightless, and then maybe an ounce or so of alcohol.
Maybe a few ounces.
Yeah. And
I will revisit this.
I'm probably about to revisit that off camera.
I probably won't make it out of a flimsy aluminum can, because that's just...
What will you make it out of?
Probably a thicker piece of aluminum. Maybe a little bit heavier. Probably, I don't know, a couple ounces. Maybe.
Here's my Fancee Feast can. I went ahead and did the 2 rows, and it looks horrible. Absolutely terrible, but I did achieve a boil. And I'm about to do a shot of all 4 of our stoves together.
This one did not work.
It doesn't work, and you'll see that in the clip.
At all.
It is bubbling. So when Boots lights his, it just burns, but over the course of a couple minutes, like a minute or so, it should percolate through the holes, the vent holes, but it's not. And I think it's because of the poor seal. Your flame went out.
Wow.
Yeah. You need the lower holes.
You're just better at this whole crafty cooking stove making device.
I think it's fair to say both of my stoves won by a mile, even though I was slower. Mine both won by a mile. And it feels good too.
Slower. It wasn't, because I took my time.
Mine took a lot longer to make.
Well, you did put a lot less holes in there too. I'm wondering if I put too many.
Possibly. You can see Boots is just sitting there boiling, no problem, even with the single row of holes. I am going to rebuild the pop can one, but Fancee Feast is still king. Now I just got to drink the contents of it.